everybody. Welcome to the Stephanie Boxall National Ice Hockey Championship for Open Age Women. This is Game 9. Home team is Western Australia versus Queensland. My name is Dawn Watt, and I've got with me fellow commentator Rob Dushman. I will now read out the team lists. The home team, Western Australia. Goaltender, number 30, Sasha King. Number 4, assistant captain, Kaylee Lewson. Number 5, captain, Christina Actor. Number 9, Ashley Ferguson. Number 11, Sandra Langille. Number 12, Sophie Reeder. Number 13, Zoe Webb. Number 15, Abigail Webb. Number 16, Chloe Sayers. Number 17, Zoe Sutton. Number 19, Nikita King. Number 44, Heather Hayduck. Number 58, Anna Shepard. Number 78, Kate Harper. Number 86, assistant captain Sarah Magnuson. Number 88, Faith Kilgallen. Coach Sydney Fricker and Brett Herricks. Manager Diane Fricker. From Queensland, number 1, goaltender Imogen Perry. Number 31, goaltender Katie Meyer. Number 2, Sophia Dionysu. Number 8, assistant captain Courtney Mahoney. Number 11, Seren Powell. Number 13, Samantha Brophy. Number 15, Grace Duffy. Number 16, assistant captain Katrina Rapchuk. Number 17, Millie Lee. Number 20, Kate Barber. Number 22, Jamie Goonan. Number 23, captain Abby Brown. Number 24, Amanda Dixon. Number 28, Lisa McMahon. Number 29, Georgia Watts. Number 39, Brianne Byer. Coaches, Matt Meyer, Colin Dionysu. Manager, Chantel Rapchuk. And on the ice today for refereeing, we've got referee Jeff Scott and linesman Davida Paul and Casper Russell-Huber. What do you think about this game, Rob?
Good morning, everyone, and bit of a late start this morning for us, which is awesome. 7:15 start here in New South Wales. Good morning to everyone in Queensland tuning in, and particularly again the WA folks. We're up at 5:15 this morning, having another early one to watch their Boxall team, WA, play Queensland. Yeah, Don, look, I know one person is probably more tired than we are in the rink, and it's probably goalie Sasha King for Western Australia. You know, she faced over 50 shots yesterday and ended up winning a game probably, almost single-handedly for her team against Victoria. So, look, she's had a heavy workload in the tournament and up early again this morning. So we'll see how she goes. Look, the WA side, they're a good solid team overall. They play well in front of her. Queensland have been very good, haven't they, as a team? They're very strong, very big, very fast.
They're exceptional. I think they might be the team to watch for this tournament.
Absolutely.
I've been very impressed with their speed, their strength, their size, their slap shots, their body, contact, not checking, which is allowed. So we'll see how this game finishes up. And period 1 is about to get underway at the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. WA win the draw. Brown chasing hard for it. Powell moves it up to McMahon. McMahon chips it in. WA gets it back out. It's over the line. It's being held up against the boards. And we've got a whistle. Not sure what that whistle was for. Rob?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, if it's just being held against the boards, it's never supposed to be blown, but it might have been offside, actually, Don.
I see. Okay. WA win the draw again. Very good for a reader there. She's great at winning those draws. And Mahoney through number 8, shoots wide. Brown to McMahon. McMahon behind the net to Brown. Brown sees Powell on the point. Powell puts it in wide. McMahon to Mahoney. WA playing excellent defensively. Brown in front. And WA will try and get this puck out. Oh, they don't manage to. Mahoney's got it. She takes a shot. King saves that. And Reeder will move it up the ice. She doesn't get it out. Powell keeps it in, dumps it in. WA managed to get it out before Queensland take it back in. Hard shot from number 22, Jamie Goodman. Rapchuk from the point. Oh, toe save from Sasha King. That looked like it was going in there. Pass out from front to Samantha Brophy. Puck's high stick down, and that'll be called. Georgia Watts high sticking that down, and the Queensland player was the first to touch it. So that means there is a whistle.
Yeah, and the face-off comes out into the neutral zone on that high sticking the puck from Queensland, and you can see already Queensland are just buzzing around, and Sasha King has been called to make a couple of really good saves so far.
That's right, shots 2-0 in favor of Queensland. 13-19 left in the first period. WA behind their own net, try to wrap it around. Trina Rapchuk's there. Rapchuk in front, skips off of Barbara's stick. Barbara's in front, she's got it, but WA are going. Ferguson has it, she gets it out. She's got it to King, Nikita King. Rapchuk, WA, that's offside, called offside. They need to clear the zone, they have. Ferguson puts a bit of pressure on the D. Good bilking breakout there for Queensland, just tipped off the stick of Watts. King will fire it onto Perry. Starting goaltender for today for Queensland, Imogen Perry.
There was a delayed offside there in the play. Dawn for WA, and look, Queensland didn't make much of an effort to clear the puck. I don't know if they actually knew, and the official chose to blow it down rather than let it go. WA weren't making any moves to clear the zone. I'm not sure if they knew either, so we're going to face off here in the neutral zone on the offside.
Queensland with the puck. McCann dumps it in. Brown will chase after it. She gets to the puck first. Kilgallen battling. Brown and Kilgallen. Kilgallen gets it out. Gets it out to Acker. But Mahoney's got the puck. Queensland bobbling the puck. Acker takes advantage, and she dropped past it, but Harper was already gone. And Brown will push hard with that puck. She's got McMahon behind her. Brown's down. Call on the play. Looks like WA are going to the box. And referee Jeff Scott makes the hooking symbol for number 88.
Kilgallen. So Queensland off on the power play. And look, I expect some good puck movement from them. I think they'll spread things out. Key to them, they'll definitely park someone in front of goaltender King. I have no doubt that that's part of their game plan, and they'll try to get shots with a screen.
And they are right now 100% correct. You've got Seren Powell standing there waiting for that shot to come, and it never got through. So WA will push down the ice. No icing. Rapchuk being pressured by Ferguson. And Rapchuk, unfortunately, loose and just couldn't quite get her stick on that puck there. So the shot did get away. Rapchuk to Mahoney. Mahoney to Watts, and Watts took a little bit too much time to set up there, Rob.
Yeah, it's off the crossbar, Don.
And off the crossbar. I think a one-timer might have done it for her. Mahoney whacking at it with King across the crease. No one can get their stick on it. Goonan keeping in, battling with Ferguson. That puck is out. Oh, a rather large hook there by Goonan. Webb could not even make the play. Interference or hooking, but Jeff Scott on the wrong side of the ice for that one. Samantha Brophy just gets it to Mahoney. Mahoney's out, and here goes Webb. Is it Webb? No, it's Reeder. Reeder with a shot, and that goes wide. Fortunately for her, fortunately for Imogen Perry, Amanda Dixon got back and made sure the shot wasn't taken. Mahoney back down the other end. That's tipped over the net. battle, and WA will get that out. Dixon will regroup. Dixon has Lee, McMahon, shot, Sasha King easily. Oh no, she doesn't manage to cover it. WA sweep it out. Millie Lee in front. Oh, unfortunately, Dixon couldn't get her stick on that. WA will get it out.
And back to even strength.
WA's penalty to Kilgallen's over. She's out of the box. It's up to the point. Hard shot. It's wide. Rapchuk to McMahon. McMahon to Rapchuk. Rapchuk with a shot hits Reeder. Sorry, Ferguson. Ferguson's going. She's got Goon in there. Puck gets a bit too far ahead. Perry puts it in the corner. Queensland will get that puck out. And we've got Jeff Scott with his arm up. See what happens. And WA's touched the puck, so it's a WA penalty. Another hook. And looks like that player's gone off to the bench, so we'll see who's going to have to
Ferguson.
come back off the bench here, possibly Ferguson.
Yeah, that's right below us, so I didn't get a good view of that one. Ferguson's been one of the more active players for WA. She skates very well. She's pressures all over the ice. Very good player, and she creates a lot of chances for herself with one-on-ones, and I think she had a couple of breakaways as well. Unfortunate there. She's gone to the box for 2 minutes for hooking, but yeah, I wanted to mention her.
So Queensland back on the power play with 8 minutes and 51 seconds left in period one. They are dominating with 5 shots to 0 in the first period. And we've got a scrum in the middle. WA looking to ice this puck, but they need to get their stick on it. An excellent pass from Mahoney. Well sought. That was an excellent pass. Good insight to not take that shot. To see, I'm not sure who it was. It was 23 Abby Brown, it appears. We'll look at the replay here.
Yeah, and that's off the back of a bit of a loose penalty kill. In the corner there from WA. WA ended up with 2 of their players in the corner, so it was a 2-on-2 battle in the corner. They kind of drifted out of their box setup, and unfortunately when the puck got loose and Queensland, put it through them, again, it's 3-on-1, and it was just a cross-ice pass, and that's what they're going to have to do to beat goaltender King, is that cross-ice backdoor pass and get her moving side to side.
And that's a save from Imogen Perry. So WA's first shot of the game. Shots are 6-1 in favor of Queensland. Puck's back to WA. WA will get a shot on, and Perry will cover that. A little bit of a stick came in there from Ferguson. I don't think she meant to do it. I think she was just chasing in. Defenseman Rapchuk took a little bit of umbrage with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, off the draw, shot on, and WA are going to crush the net. That's what they're expected to do. So there's no problem there, and no problem for Queensland, holding their ground as well. I didn't see anything in that at all that would cause a penalty or even Rapchuk to be upset. She there was something there with her, but from up here, not a thing.
All right, so Queensland pushing down the ice. Georgia Watt, she'll be clear. She looks for King. King with a save off of their stick there. Fantastic. Excellent save from King. She's been outstanding. Oh, that puck will just get out. Queensland will regroup. Queensland moving down the ice. Reeder will hope to be able to get this puck out. She loses it. We've got Samantha Brophy. Just like you said, Rob, we've got Queensland in front of the net, always well positioned. Lots, 4 girls down below the hash marks there, Rob, from WA, 4 of them. Not holding up to any sort of box +1, unfortunately. And so you can see, oh, look at Queensland here. You know, Powell's open, Barber's open. Shot there, no. Georgia Watts. And they're just skating around with it. WA is not managing to get any action here.
Yeah, they're just drawn to the puck a little bit. If you watch the defenders, they're just kind of all drifting towards the puck instead of staying in their structure, and that's going to, you know, be a big problem for them because, you know, that exposes them. Queensland have some open players to move the puck to, and they're just very good and very solid all over the ice, and they'll find those open players. So
absolutely.
getting a bit more structure out of WA, that's going to help them a little bit.
Absolutely. They've got to get back into that structure. So WA still have it in there. Acker's back on the ice. She's just a fantastic, speedy player all over, but she can't be on the ice all the time. Queensland dumped that in. Shepherd to King. That puck will go out. Arm is up for ice, and Queensland will get there. So that will be icing.
Yeah, I'm not overly keen on that call. The defenseman pinched in there on the WA player, and as soon as the defenseman pinches in and the puck kind of goes past at the same time, that's, you know, I normally wave that off as a linesman right away. You know, that's a defenseman trying to play the player and move up for the pinch and not really playing the puck. So, you know.
Queensland racing back for that puck. King trying to get there. Queensland, I said at the beginning of the game, are fast and strong, and they're out-muscling WA. 5 minutes 30 left in period 1. Shots are 8-3 for Queensland. Here comes Captain Abby Brown. She puts it in the corner. Acker. Yeah, 4 down below the hash marks again, Rob. 4 down below the hash marks. You don't have anyone to pass it to when you do get possession.
Yeah, exactly.
McMahon in front. Oh, a pass there from Amanda Dixon. Didn't quite get on McMahon's stick. McMahon again to Mahoney. And a good stick lift there by Kilgallen. Kilgallen's got it. Can she get it to Lewis? And she can't. Queensland tap it back. And it looks like it's gone out through the gate, I believe.
Yeah, the puck went out through the gate there. Yeah, Dawn, you mentioned, you know, WA kind of get drawn down deep, down low. I mean, the way I'm adjusting to that for Queensland, you have to keep your defense high up on the blue line. They're hunting right now, the defense, so they're actually moving in for shots from the point, and that's actually, you know, creating more traffic down low. So I'm countering that lack of structure from WA with my defense staying up on the blue line, giving them more time and space as well. So we'll see if they make that adjustment going forward.
Watts in the corner with the puck. Watts, and we had a good stick lift there so that Samantha Brophy was covered. Duffy tries to get it in, hits shin pad. WA just can't get it out. Zoe Webb's pretty speedy. She's playing defense at the moment, so she's looking a little slow tonight. And Queensland throw it in front of the wall, Sasha King. Got to move that puck. They've got to move that puck. Back to the point. Hard shot from the point. And WA will try to move this out now. Ferguson from Hayduk. And we've got Millie Lee moving the puck down the ice. She'll send it deep. She was looking for a teammate, but they've done a big line change. So that was good for her to get that in deep. WA can try and move this puck with that big line change, but no, they're unable to manage that. Queensland send it. WA's offside. They've cleared the zone. Kilgallen back to Webb. Webb to Longueuil. That's stripped from her by number 39, Brianne Byer. Magnuson to Webb. Webb to Reeder. Reeder will chip it. That does get out. Now they need some pressure. They need some speed on their forwards here to get that puck, but Queensland will just move it right back out. Rapchuk. Oh, intercepted by Magnuson. She can't make anything happen, so Mahoney's going to turn her wheels on. Here she goes. And Longeal gets in her way and gets that puck. Rapchuk to Mahoney. Mahoney tries to break through the D, and there's going to be a call on the play. I don't know how I feel about that call, Rob. Hopefully we'll get a replay. Delayed penalty until WA touch it here. I'm not sure if you're going to bust through two people, that if their sticks get in the way, that's...
And Abigail Webb doesn't have her stick, so she's scrambling a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see what the call is here. It's hooking.
It's hooking. So let's look at the replay here. You can see Mahoney, she just goes right through.
Yeah. I mean, look, at the last minute, Mahoney was about to get her stick down and get the shot away, and I think there was just a little bit of a tug on the stick there that prevented that shot. So, fair enough on that one. Scoring opportunity taken away, and as a result, Queensland to the power play.
Queensland on the power play. Minute 47 left in the first period. Shots are 10-3 for Queensland. Rapchuk and Ferguson tries to send that out. WA want to ice this puck, but it's blocked on the boards. Abby Brown. She's got assistant captain Rapchuk there.
Yeah, that's a bit better structure from WA.
Much better.
Much better. A really nice, established box there.
Oh, shot there from Mahoney. Bounced out for Brophy, but King had it. Brown, Rapchuk. Rapchuk looks for Watts, but it ends up on Ferguson's stick, and she sends it down.
Yeah, and that's what you get out of that good positioning. Well done for WA on that adjustment.
Much better adjustment there. All right, we've got Zoe Webb. She gets that taken off her by Brophy. Watts. Mahoney in with Webb in the corner. Mahoney. Rapchuk manages to keep it in. She has a shot that's ticked off Acker. Oh, good job by Lucen there. That puck was going to go to Watts, and she, last minute realized she needed to lift stick, and that worked. Here goes Acker. Oh, puck's going, she's taking it back. Oh, she tried to hit Kilgallen, and Karina Rapchuk, picked it off. And just put it in front, looking for the tip. Two Queenslanders in front with the screen and the tip, and Zoe Webb ties them both up. Mahoney to King, saved by King, and that's the end of the period. So, end of period one, we've got WA behind Queensland by 1-0. Queensland also out shooting 10-3. We'll go into the second period with 7 seconds left on a penalty for WA. What did you think of that period, Rob?
Yeah, I think we got exactly what we expected out of, certainly out of Queensland. They're just, they have no weaknesses really in my mind. They play well structurally. They've got size, they've got speed. They pass well. Individual skill is really good. So they're looking great. WA are holding on. Again, they rely on their goalie to keep them in it, and that's all right. It's a team game, and if that's your strength, you play to your strengths. To be down only 1-0, that's probably a good result for them. And they're going to regroup here on the bench. They need to get some more shots. A lot of their offense goes through Acker and Reeder. I haven't seen them out together a lot in the first period. Maybe they've been split up just to strengthen a couple of lines, but they've certainly been very good. So a lot of their offense is going to be created by them. We'll see how they adjust in the second period, see if they can crack Queensland, but it's going to be very tough for them.
I think it is going to be tough, and we haven't seen much action on the goaltending side of Queensland because there just hasn't been enough shots for us to compare. But I will say that yesterday Queensland beat SA 3-2 in a shootout, and that shootout it went I believe, 8 or 9 shooters before any goal went in. So it was a battle of the goalies. So I don't think there's any issue whatsoever with goaltending from Queensland.
No, and just as a general comment, we're seeing some amazing goaltending. King yesterday over 50 shots, and Emma Moonen in the late game last night over 30 shots against New South Wales, winning in a shootout as well. So fantastic goaltending, very impressive.
WA will send the puck down in the last dying seconds of the penalty, and it's now full strength for WA. Magnuson will come off. WA have pressure in Queensland zone. Queensland try to chip it out, and that is out. Watts down the left side. And WA will come up with it. I wonder if WA is going to have some legs here. I wonder if they got a talking to. We'll see what happens. They tend to pick up their game as they go along, don't they, Rob?
That they do.
All right. Queensland moving the pack up. Grace Duffy there. Zoe Webb. Kilgallen doesn't win yet. Webb's taking off. Harper's there. Kilgallen and Webb, Abigail Webb, back on D.
And I can talk about the Webb girls now. I'm not sure if they're sisters. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they possibly are. Zoe and Abigail. I spent some time with them in the penalty box yesterday in the Victoria game. We do pull double duty, commentator and penalty box. They were both in there at a key point in the game, and I said, it'll be all right. And I'm not sure if it was Zoe or Abigail turned around to me and said, no, it won't. So obviously Coach Sidney Fricker, has these girls, pretty fearful of penalties and actually caring about what's happening with the team. So we had a bit of a laugh in the penalty box. Just a great reaction.
All right, we've got Lucen. She needs to get this puck out. She chips it up the boards. Can it get to Ferguson? No, Ferguson was on the wrong side of Queensland's stick there to battle for that puck. Webb's picked off by Mahoney trying to get that puck out. Mahoney is dangerous. You don't want to have her get the puck. King tried to cover it, couldn't manage to. Back to Dixon. Dixon onto McMahon. Stick McMahon can't control it. Dixon up point. And Lucen will head down the ice. She'll chip it down. It was on this side of the red line. That will be icing. She needed to take half a stride more. Yeah. Get that stick just over the red line and then chip it. She had the space, and now there's going to be an icing back in her zone. Shots 14-3 for Queensland. 12:52 in the second.
The planning
period.
and thinking was right there. Gain the line and dump it in, an attack. But the execution was about a meter short. So, right idea though.
Queensland back to the D. Dixon, hard shot. King will cover that.
And that's a set play going off the face-off there. Draw back to the winger, right across to the defense in the middle for the shot. So that's something that most teams will try to execute, a bit of a set play. They'll know where to put the puck before they get it, which is always a great thing to have in your mind as a hockey player, because often it's too late. If you're thinking about it after you get the puck, it's too late. So.
WA want this puck to get out. They do. They tap it out. That's enough. Queensland tap it back in. Abigail Webb along the boards to Reeder. Leader to Longeal. Longeal to Sayers. Sayers puts it in. That's picked up by Dixon. Dixon taps that down the ice. Dionysiou on the boards. She's looking to keep that in. Shot on, and Shepherd got a little bit on it and deflected it downwards. No worries there, though. WA have it out. They need to control that puck. They've just dumped it. Reeder's just dumped it, and unfortunately Queensland's managed to pick it up, and that'll be offside. I think Barber and Brophy got a little confused over who was going to take the puck, and that ended up offside.
It's 11:44 in the second period. I mean, WA. They're holding on, like I mentioned. I did definitely notice that Acker and Reeder are they're centering different lines now, and that's just trying to balance the team out.
I also know Kilgallen, she takes her turn on D, then she takes her turn on forward and keeps going that because she is an excellent player both ways. She's exceptionally fast, and be interesting to see if we can get some scoring out of her because it's 1-0, and though Sasha King is generally a wall, they now need one more goal. They need a goal, WA. Sasha can be as much a wall as she wants. It's still 1-0 for Queensland.
Yeah, that's right.
Here goes Kilgallen. Back to Acker. Acker puts it in the corner for Kilgallen. Kilgallen needs to put it in front. She's got her point. I don't think that was quite the play that we needed there. I think we got to get that puck on. Oh, we've got a penalty.
It's a body checking.
Yeah, body checking. Is that Queensland going to the box for the first time?
Yeah, that's Georgia
Watts.
Heading to the box there. I mean, she just followed through. She needed to actually, try to miss the WA player or pull up, but chose to go through. So that's a great call from official Jeff Scott. I mean, Kilgallen there just up high. You get up a bit too high before you try to dump it back into the corner with the cycle, and again, right idea, which is great, but the execution.
WA's first power play, and they don't have Acker, Reeder, or Kilgallen on the ice, but Ferguson's on the ice, and we do appreciate her. She has a hard shot. It goes wide. We've got both Webb sisters on D. Again, assuming they're sisters. Both Webbs on D. And Queensland will clear that puck.
And as you mentioned on WA, this is a power play opportunity. They're not going to get many chances, and I think Coach Fricker will be making an adjustment here as soon as she can to get a couple of her more offensive players out on the ice, Reeder and Acker in particular.
So Mahoney pressuring hard on the forecheck of the penalty kill. Queensland controlling the puck. Minute 6 left in the penalty to Georgia Watts for body checking. 9:57 left in the period. WA have to get this puck. They've got to move it out and control it. They need to set something up here. Zoe Webb dumps it in. Doesn't hit the net. And Queensland send that puck back. Change on the D. Magnuson's out. Abby Brown's knocked it off. Oh, thank goodness for Magnuson there. She got the puck up to Kilgallen. King was out of her zone, and Brown almost had a chance there. Magnuson's got Acker. Acker's got Kilgallen. 22 seconds left, Rob.
Yeah, well, they've got a bit of time left to see what they can do. They're both on the ice now, Reeder and
Acker. Kilgallen. Kilgallen's got the puck. Puts it for Magnuson. There's a shot. It hits the Queensland in front, and they'll ice it out. 5 seconds left.
And that's well created there. Magnuson with the slap shot. Just was stopped by a Queensland skate. Unfortunately, didn't get through.
Here goes Reeder. Reeder will drive down the side. She manages to beat the back check there. She'll put it on net, and Queensland will come up with it. Acker. And Georgia Watts out of the penalty box. Magnuson. Cross to Kilgallen. Kilgallen saw Reeder. Acker has it. Brophy's come up with it. Brophy to Watts. Watts on Webb. Watts will get the shot. And King takes that off the shoulder. And missing the puck there. And Queensland have it back. Webb to Harper. Harper to Sayers. Sayers will chase in to try and control, and that icing has been waved off. And here goes Mahoney. That is not controlled by McMahon. Longeal tries to get it out. It's back on Brown's stick. McMahon behind the net. And that is Anna Shepard moving that puck up the ice. That is been called an icing. There is a race, and Linesman Russell Huber will call that as icing. No hybrid on that play. Puck back in WA zone.
Yeah, that was just a breakout pass gone a bit too far from the WA forward. Went down the ice for icing, and it's a face-off in the attacking zone, but they won't be too upset with stoppages in play. I think through the rest of the game, WA will slow things down and try to get the momentum back in their favor.
Goonan with a hard shot from the point just went wide. WA looking to get it out. They have tapped it up, but didn't hit Sayers' stick. Sayers will race there again, and hybrid icing, too close to tell. Another icing on WA.
Yeah, basically a carbon copy of the first icing again. Just gone for the stretch pass a little bit, pass forward too far, all the way down the ice for icing. The only problem with icings is you can't change, Dawn. So tired legs, and you need to be able to get fresh legs on the ice. And they've got the long change this period as well.
Yes.
So
yeah,
the
worst
icings,
time to ice it. Yeah, long change. It's not easy. All right, Rapchuk from the point. That doesn't hit quite how she wanted, I think, but Lee's got it. Lee will try to get it in. We got Dionisio there. Nets, just seen the net bobble. It might be off. Referee hasn't seen it. It's battle on the boards. Rapchuk looking to set up. She's got two players in front. She's got Lee. She's got Dionisio. And King shot, but doesn't cover it. And Gilles moves that puck out. I don't think it'll be hard enough to be an icing this time. Queensland's got the puck. We've got to get these forwards off. They're trying. WA's done a change. So is Queensland. And Sutton. Rapchuk takes that off her. We've got Ferguson on the ice. We've got Lucen. Magnuson stops Watts. Here goes Lucen. Gets that in deep. Tired legs here. Ferguson's tired. She's trying to pressure, but not quite. She gets the puck. No, it's picked up by Rapchuk. Rapchuk doesn't get tired. Oh, Magnuson spins around, but really wide of goaltender Perry. Queensland send that down the ice. There's going to be a race, but that'll be icing on Queensland.
So, Don, we talk about the long change. We've talked about it a few times throughout the tournament and games, and I guess just by way of a bit of explanation, as you're watching this at home, WA have the bench to our right side, and Queensland have the bench to our left side. So each team has a long change, we say. So when the puck's in their own end, WA, in the defending zone, they've got a long change all the way up to the right side, the far blue line, to get fresh legs out. Queensland do as well, so both teams have the long change.
WA controlling the puck behind the net. They'll put it out. Kilgallen, Acker. Acker wants that over the line. She does get it there. She's got Harper. Harper will chase in. Dixon gets the puck. Dixon to Barber. Barber's got it up to Watts. It's ticked off by Kilgallen. Acker can't quite get that up to Harper. Queensland's just got sticks everywhere. Kilgallen. She's got Webb. Harper can't get it past Queensland. Queensland have it. Mahoney has the puck. She's over with Brown and McMahon. They'll set up in their triangle. McMahon was looking for a hooking call there, but the arm didn't go up, and she kind of gave up, and that caused the puck to come out rather than continuing to battle. Back on Goonan's stick. Goonan will take it over. She's got Brown. She's got McMahon, and McMahon to Brown. Missed the net. McMahon to Brown. Brown throws it on King. She saves that. McMahon to Mahoney. Playing like they're on a bit of a power play here. WA need to get a bit more aggressive. Up to the point. Powell. WA, can they chip it out? No, Queensland keep it in. Mahoney. WA get that puck out. Nice pass, and Kilgallen's got it. Oh, she misses wide. She managed to get past that bit of stick there and ended up missing wide. I think if she'd slowed down, she might have had a better shot there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that puck rolled at the last second too on her.
Yes, I think we might have had a goalie change, Rob. Is that still Imogen Perry in there? Yes, it is. It is. Okay. I saw pads. I thought it might have been different. No, we've still got Imogen Perry in. Webb trying to find a forward that has their stick on the ice, that wants this puck. WA looked to chip it out, but Queensland, Georgia Watts battling hard. Watts Sayers. Sayers has the puck. She's going to dump it out, but she ends up... Yeah, she does get it out. And here goes Reeder. Reeder and Sayers. Bit of a bobble from Queensland there. Powell to Lee. Lee to Watts. Watts. And we've got Sayers with the puck. She'll send that down. WA, I think, are going to get there. Excellent skating by Lucen to negate that. She puts it in front. Not quite there. Reeder was all by herself, and she hit the side of the net. Here goes Brophy. Brophy, shot, rebound. Not able to be put in. King, solid. Brophy on the boards. Brophy goes down. Webb gets it out. Here goes Reeder. She needs to get some legs. She's tired. She tries to rim it around and ends up banking it back out right onto Mahoney's stick. This could be very bad for WA. No, excellent defense there by Webb.
That was really unlucky. It hit one of the uprights in the separating the glass and went straight back to Mahoney. So it was a great play. Reeder, like you said, tired, needed to get off.
Abigail Webb, she'll pot it in front. Doesn't get it to Ferguson. King, Webb. Got King and Webb battling with Rapchuk. Brown gets it out to McMahon. McMahon can't control it. Acker. Dixon will send it up the ice to Brown. WA getting a lot more active now, Rob. A lot more active. We're not seeing it in the shots. Still 19-15 for Queensland. Minute 7 left in the second period. But their legs are moving faster. There's a bit of urgency here. Rapchuk passes it across. Oh, look for McMahon there. You do have to move Sasha King, and Rapchuk knows that.
Yeah, a little indecisiveness there. I think she was caught between shooting and passing, and that's what happened there. It was a half shot, half pass, because it just in her mind at the last second she tried to make that cross ice pass. But when I think she was set on shooting originally.
Queensland put the puck deep. Hayduk moves the puck up. Can they get it out? They can't. Oh, they're still battling, and that puck is out. Jamie Goonan knocks it back in. Kilgallen looking to make something. She needs Harper. She's got to get it up to Harper. She gets it to herself. Here she goes. If she can get this puck past, that looked like interference, but Kilgallen doesn't mind. She still got it. Harper's there with a pass and a shot. Perry saves that. And that's the end of the period. Wow, that was some really excellent play by WA there, Rob.
That was end-to-end for the last 5 minutes, Dawn, and like you said, resulted in a great scoring opportunity for WA off the back of Kilcannon. She's so strong, very strong skater, but look, WA with jump, they're doing what they do. They hang around, they hang around, they hang around. They don't care how many shots the other team's getting. They don't care how many shots that they're getting. Obviously they'd like to have a few more, but they're in the game. They did it to Victoria yesterday. They hang around off the back of King, and they roll the dice in the third period to see if they can tie it up and go ahead. So
which is what they did against Victoria yesterday.
100%. Yeah. So they'll be very happy with that. Going into the break, they'll catch a bit of a rest, which is good. Queensland, I don't think they'll try to do too much different. They're just a matter of keep pressing, screen, rebounds, shots on in the first instance, and the other way to beat King, as you know, is just try to get that side-to-side backdoor, cross ice pass and get her moving, because she was so hard to beat, so good. So, yeah, entertaining. We're in for a good third.
Excellent. Thanks, Rob. Well, we're going to take a break while the Zambonis on the ice, and we'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to period 3 of the first game of day 4 of the Australian National Ice Hockey Championships. We've got the Steph Boxall National Championship game between Western Australia and Queensland. Queensland are only leading 1-0 despite outshooting WA 19-6. WA have been pressuring hard at the end of the second to try and make up for that goal. Sasha King has been very, very solid. Here comes Mahoney. She's fast. She is quick. She tries to tap it through, but King puts it to the corner. Acker, captain, has it. She manages to get it out. Harper left the zone just a little bit too early. Mahoney on King. King stops that. And Kilgallen will help the goalie cover that up.
We're in for a great third period here, Dawn. And, the action on ice is going to be heated, but more importantly, we've got a cowbell in the rink, and I'm pretty happy about that. There's a WA fan over there with a cowbell, so that adds to the atmosphere
happy about
this morning.
that.
Absolutely.
Really?
No game's complete without a cowbell. So.
Oh dear, I think I'm on the other side of the cowbell debate there, Rob. And Georgia Watts has a puck in the corner. WA holding their box better. They've got their box +1 going. Watts fires it in. Rapchuk, and that'll hit a WA stick. Queensland, we've got Barber. Brophy's behind the net. She looked for Watts. That puck will get up to Rapchuk. Rapchuk in the corner to Brophy. Brophy, Watts couldn't get there. Tied up in front. Barber, and Acker puts her stick on that. Tori Webb. Webb goes to get it out, and Sutton just can't get her stick on it. That puck just didn't get out. Dixon keeps it in. Watts to Brophy. Across the crease. Georgia Watts. Dixon and Sutton. WA have it. They need to get this puck out. Sutton chips it out, and the puck's out for the first time this period out of the WA zone. WA do a line change. Queensland do a line change. Abigail Webb moves the puck up to Reeder. Reeder has Longeal and Sayers. They haven't changed the lines up yet, Rob. They've still got Reeder and Acker centering different lines. And Mahoney, where's the puck? Mahoney does a backhand. King doesn't quite know where it is. I think it might be under her pads. Yeah.
I mean, WA, I guess they're going for the why change it if it's working. That separation of their two offensive players, that's fine for now. But they are down 1 on the scoreboard and need to claw that back. So we'll see. We'll see if an adjustment is made as the period goes on here, Don.
12 minutes 52. Sayer gets the puck out. She couldn't get it to Reeder. Mahoney knocked back to Powell. Reeder carries it in. She gets it in front, and Sayers wasn't there with her stick on the ice. Shepherd puts it through, but Mahoney comes up with it. WA clog up the neutral zone there. Powell's got it. Powell skated over. Powell with a shot way high. Here comes Lee. She's going to pressure. Lee and Shepherd battling. Longeal to Sayers. That's kept in by Powell. Longeal can't quite control it. She puts it through the middle, and that puck's out. Powell couldn't reach it. Reeder. It's sent back in by Queensland. Shepherd with pass looking for Reeder. She's got it. And number 39, Brianne Byer, kept that puck in for Queensland. There's Longeal. Longeal taps it out. Dixon misses the net. Dionysiou didn't quite get there. Big shot in from Rapchuk. Wide. And Lucen puts it behind the net. I think they need to start chipping it out the boards there, Rob. That puck is up to King. Shepherd has it. Shepherd has Kilgallen. And she didn't pass it to anybody. I don't think anybody was there. I thought she was anticipating someone being there. Magnuson dumps it in. Dixon sees Brophy. Kilgallen has the puck, though. She sends it deep. She needs her teammates to chase this puck. They're setting up in front, but not chasing. And excellent defense from Magnuson there to get that puck off of Brophy. Brophy's fallen on Magnuson. Magnuson looks hurt. Queensland have the puck, though, so they can't blow the whistle. Magnuson's back up. Brophy, shot on King, goes wide. Rapchuk has it. She tries to give it to Watts, but Kilgallen stops from getting out of the blue line. And now Queensland put it back in. Magnuson gets that puck out. We've got it over to Lucen. Lucen's chasing for that puck. Where's Harper? We need Harper and Hayduck to get in there and battle, keep that puck in. Ferguson has it. Harper. She'll get it over. Ferguson, I think that's a good call, Rob. She overskated it and pulled it back over the line, but I think she was already in there.
Yeah, that's a good offside call by the linesperson there. 9:41 left, and a bit of an arm wrestle going on right now, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's no shots. I don't know if we've had many shots. I think Kings had a few shots at the beginning of the period, but WA hasn't had a shot yet this period.
No, they haven't.
Mahoney, she'll try to beat the D. She does. She gets it across, and Watts was just a little bit too slow. That side was open, exactly as we say, move King. Harper's there. It's kept in by Brown. Watts, had Brown keeping in. So it was Goonan that kept it in. There's Brown. Mahoney. Duffy's open. Mahoney will curl. She's going to take the shot herself. King saves it. Brown has the rebound. And that's covered by Sasha King.
Yeah, and this line's been dangerous for Queensland all game. Watts, Brown, Mahoney, they're very good. You see, this was Mahoney curling out from the corner.
Yes, that's right, Mahoney.
Mahoney curling out from the corner. WA just allowed that to happen. Pushed her out. The shot was long range, so King handled it quite easily.
Shot from Rapchuk. King puts it in the corner. Brophy's got it. Longille's battling with her. Webb lost her stick. She's got it again. Shepherd battling with who's number 20? Kate Barber. Webb to Reeder. Reeder sends it down the ice. That's going to be icing. Longille and Sutton can't get there. I think Longille was looking for the pass there through the middle. She was open, and they're unfortunately not fast enough to outrace that puck.
Yeah, Reeder there just with the a little bit of a brain explosion. She's got a bit of a smile on her face. So I'm not sure why she just tried to fire that puck down from this side of the red line. But at the end of the day, I went for an icing. She's had a bit of a laugh about it with the bench.
Mahoney breaks through with the shot. King saves it. King saves the second one by Brown. And we'll have a face-off in WA zone. We've got a line change.
Yeah, it's
interesting. We're going to loosen Hayduck and Ferguson with Sayers and Webb. Dixon. Mahoney, Dixon. It's in the corner to Mahoney. Hayduck will get that puck. Hayduck's battling. Mahoney. Webb, Zoe Webb. She's going to try hard to get this out. Georgia Watts on her. Watts to Brown. Sayers. Sayers needs to get the puck out. She does, but unfortunately she ices it again, Rob. They've just got to... Maybe ice is slower in WA, I'm not sure. It's very, very fast here in Newcastle. It's very cold this morning. The ice is exceptionally fast. That puck is really, really motoring.
Yeah, and they're just under a bit of pressure, I think. When you're put under pressure, you tend to make mistakes. You tend to rush. And in that case, it's just a lot of kind of slapping the puck out of the zone. And like you said, after the ice clean, the puck's flying a little bit faster than it normally would. So those are going for icing when they're probably just intending to dump the puck out of the zone, relieve pressure.
Webb's got pressure from Brophy. Webb gets it up to Sayers, not quite. Wasn't icing. Goonan sent it down the ice. Hayduk. Brophy across to Lee. Lee tips it wide. Lee sends it up. That'll go to Goonan. It's tipped out. And stick lift, and Goonan managed to keep that puck in. Both Ferguson and Sayers couldn't get that out. Puck's along the board. Sayers will be looking for Lucen. Here goes Webb. Webb's going to move that puck herself. Webb, back pass. Puck's up there. Ferguson has it. She needs to put it in front. Here's Shepherd. Can Shepherd put a hard shot on? She does, but Ferguson with the attempt for the redirect there, but Perry had that puck.
Yeah, Perry, good rebound control here on the shot from the point, and WA with a chance, which will give them a bit of a spark here. Ferguson right on the doorstep of Perry. Nothing offered up on the rebound.
6:35 left in the third period of the Boxall National Championship game between Western Australia and Queensland. Queensland leading 1-0 and out shooting Western Australia 27-7. Mahoney can't get the shot away. Kilgallen's on the ice. Kilgallen and Acker are on the ice. Rapchuk. King. Acker's got it. She's looking for King, but ends up sending it back to Dixon. Mahoney gets it cross wide open to Watts. Brown. And here goes Shepherd. Shepherd to Acker. Acker's got it. There's Kilgallen. Kilgallen needs to get a shot away. She does. I'd be putting Kilgallen on forward with 5 minutes left, Rob. She's the fastest one out there.
She's been excellent.
Kilgallen. She's got the puck. She chips it out. It goes to a Queensland stick. And that's out. Here goes Longeal. Longeal moves the puck down. Got a short shift from Acker there. Very short shift. And here comes Reeder. WA managed to keep it in. There's battle on the boards. There's 3 WA and 2 Queensland. And now we've got Barber. Barber in the battle. Magnuson manages to make sure that doesn't come across. Harper, Longeal. Here goes Reeder. She works hard. I know you often talk about how hard she works. So she's got down there. She's got down there for the battle. And Longeal's there. Can she get the puck out? We need someone in front of the net for WA if they're going to tie this game. Mahoney with her speed. She's down there. She's so dangerous. But the defense, Webb gets that puck off of her, saves the day, keeps WA in the game. Battling Longeal, Magnuson. There's sticks everywhere. Watts, Dixon. 3 white, 3 yellow. Mahoney passes it across. Brown can't control it. Brown Mahoney bobbles the puck, so Webb's going to take advantage. She's going to get it to Reeder. Reeder needs to chip it out, and that puck's out. Here goes Harper. Here goes Reeder. She'll fire it around. She gains the red line, fires it around, and I think it's balked out. Did that go out through a gate maybe, Rob?
Yeah, I think the puck went out of play there through the open gate on the line change. And, yeah, a couple of points. We mentioned
timeout, WA, I'll just add, Rob.
Yep, Courtney Mahoney and Georgia Watts as well. I mean, we've watched those players since they were young, and the complete products we see out here today with the skating, they're just such strong skaters. They've grown, and it's been incredible to see them develop over the years. We see them at these tournaments every year, and phenomenal players now on the Queensland side.
Absolutely. I recall Georgia Watts. I think she was 5 or 6 years old the first time she came to the only Adams tournament in Newcastle. The only Adams tournament. I think that started in about 2007. I'm not sure if she was one of the first ones out there from the Queensland team, but yeah, we've seen these kids year after year after year and growing. When they stay in the program, it makes us very happy because hockey's such a hard sport to keep kids in.
Yeah, 100%, and just the time and development that Queensland have put into their players, and just the basic skills. You see the skating, and they've now grown. Georgia Watts has grown, and long legs and fantastic skating. So. Here we go with 3:44 left. I mean, we talk a lot about player usage, Dawn, and it's easy for us to say keep putting Acker and Reeder out, but it's a long week as well, and you've got to manage fatigue throughout the whole week. So it's a bit of a catch-22. So now you notice with the timeout, they've got them out there together. They're going to roll the dice for the last 3:44 here to tie it up.
Acker, Reeder, Harper with Kilgallen and Hayduke. Kilgallen with a shot on. Perry will put that in the corner. Kilgallen keeps it in. Acker's there. Reeder. We've got a mismatch on the lines a little bit here. We've got Mahoney. We've got Brianne Byer. We do have Rapchuk out there in Watts. Get a bit of a knock over there. I think Reeder's down. She's all right. She's up. And we've got Watts and Mahoney. And Byer misses the puck. Here goes Harper. Harper's got Kilgallen with a short shift, very short shift for that line. WAR offside. Mahoney will fire it on. That'll go wide. Was that over the red line? It must have been.
It was.
Yep, okay. There's King is out. We've got Loosen there. King. Ferguson, King, Webb. Oh, three white there, but Webb knocked it back onto the strong side there. Brown to Rapchuk. Rapchuk fires it in wide. 2 minutes 12 left. Ferguson, she needs to get that puck out. She hasn't got it out. Webb's going to take it back the other way, taking it deep. That's giving Brophy an opportunity now. Brophy's down, nothing in that. Puck's under her. They've got to move it. It's a penalty if they don't. They've got to move that puck. And Brophy's refusing to move it. And we've got a whistle again. And I'm uncertain why we're getting a whistle here. My understanding of the new rule book is that there is no whistle, and if they don't move it, it's a penalty.
Unless things have changed on that, I'm not aware of that either, and unless it's changed, I won't say anything. But
yep,
I'll leave it at that.
We're not hockey experts, and we don't come to all the games, and we tend to try to keep up on the rules, but things seem to change repeatedly. IIHF putting books out every year these last few years since COVID, so very possible there's a rule change. Back in previous lives when we did a lot of officiating, we were right up to speed on it, but look, there are a lot of changes. It's constantly changing, and if you don't keep up with it, the 240 pages of the rule book, then we can fall behind. So I'll leave that one. 140 left. We'll watch goaltender King here to see if WA make a move to get her out of the net for the extra attacker. Reeder, Acker, Harper, Reeder. Acker's wide. She needs to get in front of the net. They need a goal here. 1:22 left. I'm not seeing anyone looking at King. No, the coaches aren't looking at King. King's not looking at the benches. Rapchuk with the puck. Reeder's off. Here comes Watts. Watts fires. That's wide. Mahoney controls it. Millie Lee. A shot from Mahoney. Deep in her net, King there. Lots of net. We've only got 48 seconds. Acker's off. Harper's off. Ferguson. They've only got 4 on the ice now. Line change in their own end there, Rob. Watts, Brown. The puck is not out. We've got Longeal on the ice with Ferguson and Lucen. Longeal tapping into the corner, 20 seconds. I don't think they're going to be able to get this puck down that ice fast enough. The net is off.
The net's off, and I just look. I don't offer this up as any criticism. I'll offer it up as a trend. WA had the possession in the attacking zone there with 1:20 left, and there was no move to pull the goalie. And I've seen teams and coaches just, it's a 1-goal game here. I'm not sure. There may be some strategic reason why we're not looking to pull goalies in 1-goal games, but it just seems to be a trend.
14 seconds left. 11 seconds. The puck comes out. WA Kilgallen. Put back in by Rapchuk, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And that is game. Queensland take it with a score of 1-0 over Western Australia. Shots 28-9 for Queensland. Very much dominated this game. Sasha King again, so solid between the pipes, but they've just got to figure out their offensive strategy here, I think, WA.
Yeah,
and we know you'd pull the goalie with 8 minutes left, Rob. In fact, you have pulled the goalie with 8 minutes left. I was there. I saw that.
It was actually a 4-0 game and a power play, so in a semifinal. So I'm going there every day. Absolutely.
Did you score?
But, yeah, we did actually.
Well, there you go. Audience, you've heard it now.
Yeah. Look, I don't offer it up as any criticism at all. Coaches are entitled to coach their teams however they want, but. A 1-goal game, a 2-goal game is still a game that is in the balance in my mind. And in a 2-goal game, national championship, 1-goal game, if you're fighting for positions, fighting for that early semifinal to get some more rest. I'm trying to win every game I can.
Absolutely. Well, the audience hears you talk about pulling goalies a lot, Rob, so I'm sure it won't be the last time you talk about that in this tournament. But we're going to let the audience go, and we're going to go and get warm because the commentating box is not a warm place in Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. Have a good morning, everyone.